Dilireba new dramas are constantly going viral, while Yang Yangs have repeatedly failed to deliver. What's the real difference between these two on-screen lovers? 80,000 people are arguing on Dubin over Yang Yang's AI-swapping performance and Dilireba vein-inducing acting. Should domestic dramas rely on looks to attract viewers or on authenticity to impress? When capital turns actors into agents of beauty filters, audiences are already tired of the same old, templated performances. Audiences have long suffered from the temperamental acting phenomenon. Yang Yang and Dilireba are clashing over the summer blockbuster season. When will the appearance trap of domestic dramas end? Have you ever seen 80,000 people engaging in a heated debate in Dubin's real-time comment section? Don't be fooled, this is a common occurrence in the domestic summer season. Recently, Yang Yang and Dilireba, one after the other, debuted A Mortal's Journey to Immortality and The Sword and the Rose, setting off a fierce battle between pretentious acting and immersive acting. Once the feud began, everyone from drama fans to professional critics, even the neighborhood uncle couldn't help but vote. But behind the excitement, who hasn't been tormented by the stereotypical performances in domestic dramas, making them want to smash the remote control? Don't assume that actors acting in a cool manner, with their jawlines held high, are pursuing the ultimate artistic solution. Recent data contradicts this. In the first week of the summer season, A Mortal's Journey to Immortality and The Sword and the Rose combined for over 3 billion views. However, Dubin's trending searches were either praising Yang Yang's handsomeness or arguing about Dilireba stellar acting, with 80,000 people engaging in a 300-round battle in the comment section. Is it looks that conquer the world, or acting is the only real deal? What do audiences really want now? Why can a little streaming money be enough to erode our fragile values? Who do you think should bear the blame? With so many questions in mind, let's delve into the question today: are domestic dramas better than nothing, or have we become overly skeptical? To break it down, Yang Yang's performance in A Mortal's Journey to Immortality has reached a new level, AI-powered face-swapping performance. As the internet has said, he uses the same template in every film, a 45-degree jawline lifted to the extreme, his eyelashes fluttering slightly, and a breeze that barely registers as an actor, a model of a beauty filter. Whether the role is historical or modern, it doesn't matter. Yang Yang will always be remembered for his striking face and impeccable hairstyle, fearing even a split end would affect his online traffic. What's the difference between this looking-for-all approach and the Zaya Huangshu influencers posing for photos in Zidane? Can a TV series truly escape the audience's scrutiny just because a photo is photoshopped to look good? While Yang Yang's hair is sporting 3D effects, Dilireba Sword and Rose pushes the boundaries of realism, shedding her idol trappings, staying up late to investigate, her makeup smeared and her uniform wrinkled and stained, giving her the air of a frontline police officer. The key scene is the scene where she's holding a child, with veins popping out, and the commentators are praising her. This is a real person, not a paper figure. Yet, despite this, the acting with dignity camp held its ground. Fans clamored, watching dramas is all about the pretty boys and girls, acting skills are nothing compared to popularity. A group of middle-aged veterans countered, a face without soul, no matter how pretty, is unreliable. Domestic dramas will collapse sooner or later. The two sides argued furiously, and it seemed they were about to engage in an online confrontation, nearly slamming the table and arguing in a live stream. Why are viewers so critical? It's because they're driven to schizophrenia by the stereotyped acting. Let's put ourselves in their shoes. They spent thousands on a subscription, yet Yang Yang's character remains the same for 3 years, practically conflating Zionai, Hanli, and Yu2 into a family. He even adjusts his eyelashes even when drawing a sword, and sweat soaks his shirt during a fight. If this weren't filming, it would be like a peacock spreading its feathers for a speech. But do you think Yang Yang is the only one acting with dignity? The reality is that popular stars in domestic dramas flock to their safe havens. Once popular, always popular, Ren Jilan faced criticism for his realistic drama Twilight Date, saying, "Don't use the original voice acting, the audience is scared." The road from popular idols to true talent is inherently difficult. Hu Jet even said he worked himself into a life of hard work when filming Nirvana and Fire. But look at these days, which top star is actually willing to put in the hard work to turn things around? Audiences have long suffered from the overwhelming camera work. Watching dramas is like running an online store, watching to see which shows have the most consistent style. What do ordinary people care about? I just want to see some genuine emotion, whether it's a police thriller, spy drama, Or ancient fantasy? Don't just fool around. But what do investors think? If fans are willing to spend money, watching handsome men and beautiful women at 0.5x speed with zoomed-in close-ups of their faces is enough to make money, why risk discovering something new? What happens if the investment fails? This strange situation has become a war for asset harvesting, with actors becoming traffic drivers and audiences becoming aesthetic testing grounds. On the surface, the arguments are fierce, but it's unfair to claim that domestic dramas are a complete mess. In recent years, there have been many successful transformations. Zhang Yi practiced diving for Kwang Biu and performed his own martial arts scenes, continuing to act despite a broken bone. Qin Hao gained 20 pounds for a role in the long season and even said he barely recognized his face. Their disfiguring performances not only garnered critical acclaim, but also crushed the ratings of popular dramas. Moreover, the 85 actresses haven't been in vain. Zhao Liying's performances in Happiness to 10,000 Homes and Wind Blows Midsummer have earned widespread acclaim, transforming from a rural widow to a business mogul. Liu Yifei even ran 20,000 steps in Mixu Bingchang for Where the Wind Goes. Who isn't a model of comeback? But like Ren Jilan's Twilight Date, they continue to flop. Popular dramas are limited to popularity, while realistic films are limited to reality. Actors' transformations are stuck in the middle of nowhere. Audiences crave solid acting, while filmmakers fear losing their money. Harmony is a distant dream, and the repetition of formulas has become the new norm. Is it really a you finish your performance, I take the stage cycle, with no turning back even when facing a wall? Some say capital fears trial and error. After all, the safe zone of traffic is so lucrative, and a step forward is innovation, a step back is a risk. Why risk shrinking pockets and laboriously exploring new paths? But plot twists are always more intense than you might imagine. This summer, Dilireba delivered a truly authentic performance as a female police officer, effectively knocking the viewing ceiling off the charts. You might say ancient idol dramas are easy to get into, but realistic themes are challenging and can quickly become obsolete. But in The Sword in the Rose, she's in uniform, working through the night to investigate, her face covered in powder. The moment she holds the abducted child in her arms, the veins in her biceps bulge, and the audience can't help but exclaim, "This is life." What a daring film. Through the screen. Even more damning is the scene where Dilireba, in a scene about visiting a family of orphans, raises her eyes and her emotions tremble. It's as if she shed her skin, stripped off her idol filter, and fused herself directly into real life. Some netizens even wondered who the ceiling for traffic queen really is. With this reversal, Jin Hang immediately dominated the comment section. Yang, on the other hand, managed to maintain his hairstyle and left the audience grumbling, he's being hunted, yet he's more composed than a celebrity live stream. Even a physics teacher would want to complain about the crew. People joked, no matter how expensive the special effects are, if the sense of conviction collapses, all the polish is for nothing. Someone even quipped, when Yang dares to appear on camera without makeup, I'll kowtow and apologize to the entire nation. This is the aesthetic backlash of domestic dramas. Audiences have long since voted for characters with depth and are no longer willing to pay for cookie-cutter beautification templates. Even if idol dramas capitalize on historical IPs, seemingly guaranteed to win, if the character's core fails to reveal themselves, they become soulless onions, hollow shells when peeled. Don't think the hype has faded, reality awaits new tricks from the hit drama crews. Think carefully, this wave of self-help, while seemingly a display of skill, actually harbors even greater hidden dangers. The 85 actresses are working hard, while the post-90s actors are sticking to their traditional roles in historical dramas, afraid to make the leap to realistic dramas for fear of a failure that could become a black mark. Creators are rushing to cash in on IP adaptations while simultaneously spending on traffic and trending topics. They skimp on authentic, experiential performances, relying on their looks to make a living, since fan recharges are enough anyway. What's the producer's calculation? Hiring professional actors to go to the grassroots for 3 months of experience, honestly developing their roles, will exhaust the director and frustrate the investors. It's better to just hire popular actors for a flat fee, create a voice template, quickly and accurately, and then reap the rewards once the series goes live. Who would naively question the industry's conscience when they can make money? Alice, audiences are becoming increasingly difficult to fool. Summer movie seasons can boost viewership by relying on good looks, but once the barrage and comment sections begin to take hold, actors' fake eye-catching acting is quickly exposed. On one hand, the public cries, "Let's get real." On the other, the industry continues to exploit fans. The quality of dramas is poised to be divided. One veteran even quipped, "Nowadays, actors' first lesson is to skip acting textbooks and learn beautification and stability. Lines aren't awkward, and don't do new action moves every episode. This way, the risk of acting is minimized and fans are guaranteed to buy in." Amidst the industry's haze, all sides are pulling out all the stops. Actors hoping to break through realistic themes fear a car crash, producers worry about innovations that will backfire, and audiences demand a return to reality, but investors are hesitant. In the short term, one actor takes over, and another takes over. Old habits die hard. Who can truly change the tide? Speaking of this, I truly have to give a thumbs up to some template actors. They dare to use the same acting chops over and over again, copying and pasting every role. I admire this confidence. You say it's not easy for them either, but they've managed to hold on to a job for 10 years in a downturn without getting fired. It's all thanks to the stability. Enough said, brother. How about we all learn this trick? Of course, the audience shouldn't be moved to tears by this miracle of replication. Actors, we know it's not easy for you, but you need a foundation to make a living, right? Don't just focus on keeping your job and treat even the script like an assembly line. To put it nicely, you call it professionalism, but to put it bluntly, aren't you just fooling the audience? No amount of praise can mask the widespread failure of this industry. Crew, if you truly believe that audiences only value looks and don't appreciate the essence of the work, please, next time, just give everyone AI-powered faces and save me from wasting images. What do you think? Is the template-like acting style a sign of audiences being too demanding and not understanding the beauty of life, or is it truly a huge weakness in the industry? Are we content with just looks, or do we really demand that characters have soul? What are your thoughts? Will you continue to support your idol's copycat performance, or do you just want to see some down-to-earth, genuinely passionate performances? Feel free to unleash your witty opinions in the comments section, and let's unpack the hilarious story behind this Chinese drama.